results. Because
Wagwan, everybody, and welcome to the latest episode of the Team Venom Wrestling Podcast. It's a bizarre one because on the last one that we did, which was less than a week ago, we were on about how we don't do these this often, and this is probably the third episode within the span of about a week that's going to have gone on YouTube and Spotify and stuff because we had we had SummerSlam this weekend, which was amazing, and there's some really huge news from that we have to talk about really because we would be we'd have to hand
the
our
world's
fandom in if
talking
we
about.
didn't talk about it.
Yeah, there's some big things been discussed in general. So
Yeah. And obviously we've also you specifically had the awesome interview with Leon Slater, which is the bonus episode that's also dropped this week and definitely worth checking out as well. So obviously I'm Rory Bailey, I'm joined with Conor Franks, that sort of stuff. I've realised I didn't do that, but
you know by now.
professionals. Yeah, I mean this is the like 28th numbered episode or thereabouts. I might be completely wrong. It might be like 2. But it's one of our we've been going long enough that if you're still listening to us, why are you still listening to us? But we appreciate all 7 of you. And, so anyway. So Connor, the biggest thing is we were both right about virtually everything on SummerSlam. I think that's what we need to point out. We were pretty much right about everything.
There was some results that I didn't expect. I will say that.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah.
I think.
I love the Dom one.
Me too. I think we should get the biggest negative out of the way, and that is, I don't know if it's intentional. I don't know if it's long-term storytelling, but the absolute fumble they seem to be doing with Karrion Kross is that's astronomical.
That was one of the things that we got wrong, was we thought Kross was winning.
Because I think the only reason for him not to win is if he really is, because his contract is up this weekend.
Yeah.
But WWE over the past 2 and a bit years have let contracts get to that point and then renewed.
Yeah.
So it's still very much on the cards that they're going to offer a deal and all that jazz. But I don't know. It just felt like this was your like old school Triple H mentality of, all right, well, Kross's deal's up, so it's SummerSlam, go out on your back.
Yeah.
I just don't get it. I think it's weird. I don't know. I'm kind of souring on the Sami Zayn character at the minute.
I have been for a while, and it's that thing of he had all the momentum about 3 years ago, and then he's not changed since that point. There's been like some inconsistencies, like the Kevin Owens thing when Kevin turned on him.
Yeah,
I absolutely sided with Kevin Owens in that because he's like, he has got a point. I know obviously Roman and everyone made up with Sammy, but they didn't make up with Kevin.
Yeah,
and all the stuff that do you know what I mean? From a storyline perspective, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn feud, even though Sammy was the face and Kevin was the heel, Kevin was right. So, you know what I mean? He's absolutely right. Yeah. And the same with him losing his shit with Cody Rhodes to begin with over it. Yeah, fairs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just because the fans are chanting for Roman doesn't mean he's changed.
Yeah. It just feels like all Sammy has going for him right now is, I'm a good guy. That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
And I feel like a lot of people would argue that all Kross has in storyline is, I'm a bad guy. But I feel like there's in wrestling
like a tweener.
Yeah, but in wrestling there's more reasons to be a bad guy.
Yeah.
And I just think something needs to happen with Sammy. Not necessarily a heel turn, but some kind of just a character.
So, because of the main event of SummerSlam and CM Punk, Seth Rollins thing, which we'll get around to, I mean, obviously everyone knows by now that
of course.
Seth Rollins
no one's clicking on this with I haven't watched it yet.
And
if you have, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, I know. You haven't seen a single YouTube thumbnail for fucking Brock's return.
Honestly, I woke up Monday morning, I went for a shit, I loaded TikTok, first thing, Brock Lesnar's back. I'm like, I'm glad I fucking watched it.
And since you went for a shit, if Brock had known, he'd have watched you, according to the according to the lawsuit.
God,
Allegedly.
imagine that. You're sat on the toilet and that music hits. And based on history, you know he's going to come out and F5 the turd.
like he did with the shark that time.
I want that rematch. Yeah, it's. I think we've got to get. I think we're going to get Sammy versus Seth.
Yeah, that might be when Sammy wins the title.
Nah,
I could see it happening if they go for.
I think Seth keeps it to Mania. I think Seth keeps it to Mania. Punk v Seth at Mania. That's the blow off.
Unless it's Sammy versus Punk. Sorry, Sammy versus Seth at Mania.
Nah, I think this is one of those.
It makes more sense for Punk because it's like the Daniel Bryan WrestleMania 30 build where won it at SummerSlam, lost it immediately, got screwed up by a bunch of times, went into Mania, won it all.
That's it. Unless we get that kind of thing where if I don't know, so obviously anything could change between now and Mania, but if we go on the current climate of Raw, if night one Punk has to beat Bronson Reed and Bron Breakker at Mania, and his partner is Sammy.
Yeah. And then triple threat.
No. Just have it so Sammy, because, you know, good guy. Just have him be like, I'll help you, but I get first dibs at your title.
Yeah.
If you win it. And so then it's like they've got to be Ron and Bronson in order to him to face Seth at night two.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Danny Bryan did the whole Triple H to get in the triple threat thing.
Yeah.
And then you could have Sammy v Punk after probably the Rollins rematch.
Or Sammy has the agreement that he gets a title shot when he wants, should Punk wins, and he turns heel following the main event of the second night and has it immediately and takes it straight off Punk.
That would be absolutely
that would be amazing.
hysterical.
It wouldn't happen, but it would
That'd
be amazing.
Fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
From now till he retires, every title Punk wins, whether it's World, Intercontinental,
over in 5 minutes.
Literally, someone just comes in at the end and rolls him up like, lol.
Who wins the Intercontinental title and Drew McIntyre's Money in the Bank and just fuck it, I'm catching him on that. Yeah. That'd be awesome.
Yeah. But yeah, I think Sammy needs a just, but that's my only negative really out of the whole show and the two nights. I just felt like it just wasn't what it should have been. But that could also be I really like
it could
Cross,
be yeah. But it could also, like you say, could be down to the contract. If Karrion Kross has decided that he's not sticking around, or vice versa, you know, like if WWE have decided.
Well, did you see at the post show the crowd were chanting "We want Cross"? And Triple H turned around and went, "You've got Brock."
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. So it's, I don't know. It's a wait and see. We'll know by Monday what's going on. Do you want to do an actual rundown or just talk about the highlights?
I don't know. I'm not fussed. It's up to you. We could just do general discussion, man, because it's like the amount of stuff that's happening and what it spells for the future and all that stuff.
Yeah, I think the first match, Roman and Jay versus Braun and Bronson, obviously is just to get Roman and Jay on the card, right?
Yeah, and to get Braun and Bronson on the card
of course, yeah. Good match, fun match. I'm intrigued if Roman pushing Jay out the way for the spear is going to come into play, because that's not a very Roman thing to do.
No.
So that felt like
no one would have been face.
No one would have been shocked if it was the other way around, right? And Jay pushed Roman out the way to take the spear. I think everyone had been like, oh yeah, it's Jay, so that makes sense. But I think the Roman thing, that's interesting. I don't think it's worth having an in-depth conversation about, because we don't really know if it will lead anything.
Yeah.
Or if it was just a cool moment for SummerSlam.
Yeah.
But that was a fun match. Roman nearly clearing the entirety of Braun and Bronson as he throws himself over the rope.
Oh, he did, didn't he? Because it's like he landed on his hands and flipped, yeah.
Yeah, it's terrifying how athletic he is for a big dude. Charlotte and Alexa beat the Judgment Day. Charlotte wins, lol. Mm-hmm.
I'm still
One
quite
sec.
happy. Do you know, I could have been. I
I'm
would have been
happy for
happy with
Alexa,
either result. Yeah,
and like this keeps Charlotte away from world titles, right?
yeah,
But
and
at the same time, if Charlotte went for the United States, like I said to you, with
yeah,
you know, that's fine because those titles are new. Have the big stars going for them. It has that credibility, right?
and the Becky Lynch
So
stuff works. Yeah,
yeah. So I'd have been okay with that. I feel like I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm sure there's probably a plan for the tag division with this,
I
but
think
again, it's like
I think the biggest upside is that Charlotte's probably the most interesting she's been in years. Is at the moment with a pairing with Alexa Bliss because like we were saying on the preview podcast that we did, it was on about how it feels very much like the Kane and Daniel Bryan stuff,
yeah,
off it, that sort of stuff, and so it's like they've gone for that Team Hell No, Mega Powers. There's sort of level sort of team for that, and I know there's the downside of they've done too many thrown together tag teams, which is true as well.
yeah. This is my
Yeah,
biggest gripe with it
and they
is
have done
that
that a lot. But with these, they feel like they actually it feels like one of those rare special thrown together tag teams
yeah, and I hope that they
that it
stick
stays like
together
it.
for
Yeah,
they stick together for a while and they have the good chemistry. And this isn't just a thing to get to what have we got after Clash in Paris? Is it Perth or is that
isn't it?
whatever whatever after Clash in Paris is? Because obviously that's later this month, isn't it?
Yeah, we've got
Um,
Clash in Paris, and then maybe a Saudi show, and
no,
then
no, because the next Saudi show is
is
Royal
that
Rumble, isn't it?
December? Oh, okay. I thought there was one before that.
No, the crown jewel they're doing is in Australia.
Okay, that might be what I'm thinking of.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
if it's there, then I wouldn't be surprised. I just don't want this to be like you win this here, you retain it around Crown Jewel, not Crown Jewel, sorry, Perth. No,
yeah,
fuck me, Paris. Jesus Christ. Retain it around there where they do it Raw, SmackDown, or the show itself, and then break up by Perth
yeah.
because then
It
it's
is literally
pointless.
Clash in Paris, then Crown Jewel, then Survivor Series.
Right there you go.
Yeah. So yeah,
Because I'm sick. Like every time there's to say that there's a women tag team title, all the actual tag teams in the women's division get released,
yeah,
separated or whatever. Like every single one of them. So it's annoying. So
yeah,
yeah, I'm sure it's gonna be all right, but wait and see because you never know with Charlotte.
yeah,
They love turning a heel like that, don't they? So the minute
yeah.
she's a slight face or a tweener,
And
kicks her on the head.
she's only a slight face because of the current storyline with Alexa
Yeah,
Bliss as well, which is refreshing. It's
yeah.
refreshing for a character, I think, at the moment. Because I mean, have you watched any of that WWE Unreal yet?
No, I'm
That might be the deep dive for the next podcast episode. Then, when you have watched it,
yeah, I've been saving for the next time we're kid free because
okay,
it's rare now that my stepson is out and my 1 year old is out.
yeah,
Normally, up until just before the school holidays, there was always like one day every like 2 weeks or so where he was at his dad's on one day and then Penny went to her grandma's and
that was usually when we were recording podcasts.
yeah, that just it's
So,
another reason why the regular pod stopped because there's that doesn't exist now.
yeah,
So
yeah,
there's always something. But I'm trying to save Unreal for that, and then I can literally just binge it.
yeah. Fair enough.
Um,
The
I
only
would.
reason to bring it up, and this is a very very minor spoiler, is there's a quote
I've
from.
I've I've seen like people talk about it
Yeah,
and stuff. I mean,
this isn't anything that's going to ruin an episode. It's literally just one line from Charlotte where she refers to how she was bred to be a champion, like over any character. So, do you know what I mean? She doesn't talk about a character.
yeah,
Her character is that she's just going to win
yeah.
titles, and
There's something about the
and that's
phrase "I was bred"
I
coming
know,
out of any kind of flair that
I
just
don't,
gives
yeah,
me a gross feeling.
yeah, same. But but the reason I bring that up is
Ooh.
that's how she's been portrayed anyway. Is just Charlotte Flair, she wins titles. That's been a
Oh,
whole character,
yeah,
and she doesn't buy it
that's
any way
hundred
possible.
percent.
So
And like anything, you know, like whether someone's got a really terrible character who does really boring shit or whatever the case is, that's their character. They're doing what's written, right?
Yeah.
That's the end of the day. That's it. Charlotte Flair could have had the hugger character, and things
Yes, could have done.
would
Yeah,
be looked
yeah.
at her very
Like the
differently.
character that
Yeah,
Vince wanted was, no, you just go out there
and
and you
and
win
now,
titles.
yeah, and
And
now she's established as that. She has to be that, right?
yeah,
So I
yeah,
get it, and that's why eventually give her an Continental, give her the United States belt
yeah,
collector Flair. She's obviously statistically going to be the greatest woman in WWE history in terms
yeah.
of achievements. Fine, whatever, right? Like
But
you can
that's
love it
why
or
I,
hate it. That's the
yeah,
character, and I completely agree with that, and I completely understand that. She's spot on with that.
yeah.
Um, but like, I'm sick of Sami Zayn's good guy character. I'm sick of the Charlotte wins lol. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah. But what I'm saying is, I quite like the fact that with the Charlotte and Alexa pairing, it's not just it's Charlotte Flair, she wins everything. It's she's
Yes.
starting to depend on somebody else. She's not the selfish Charlotte Flair that you normally get
Yeah.
and stuff.
I think
It's adding layers
if
to her, which I think is good.
100%, I think if it's given time, then this could be a really good refresh on the Charlotte
Yeah,
character, even for her. Excuse me, too, when they inevitably split up and feud, because that's what happens with every thrown together. When that
yeah,
inevitably happens, it will still have been a nice break and refresh of this version of Charlotte that we seem to be getting now. To then, when that happens, whether that's Charlotte's Mania match or whatever the case is, that when she does that heel turn and goes back to being Charlotte, who she's been, it will feel fresh again because
yeah,
it's not just been like she was gone from injury for however long, came back as the same person. Do you know what I mean?
yeah, yeah,
So we've not had that proper different Charlotte. So this sort of like Kane with Daniel Bryan, where big serious person, but then has this goofy moment like we're seeing in the ring, like pull each other's hair and that kind of all the childish shit. Could
yeah,
be a massive refresh, and come the time she turns heel, we could all eat that shit up like once again, like we
yeah,
did, 5 years ago, which I'm all for because, excuse me,
yeah. No problem.
um, you know, the more people on TV, the better. Like the
Yes.
bigger the roster, the thicker the divisions. Like, don't get me wrong, the tag team division is woeful, but that's like I said, they release every actual team. So,
Yeah.
right, another one that I wasn't. Well, no, I can't say I'm fond of. This was probably one of the most shocking moments for me. Is Tiffany Stratton beat Jade Cargill fucking clean in
I didn't
7 minutes,
expect that.
bell
I
to
did
bell.
not expect that at all.
No, shortest match of SummerSlam minus the cash in.
Yeah.
7 minutes, bell to bell. Tiffany Stratton beats Jade. I mean, fair play. I don't
Yeah,
hate
yeah.
it. I just did
Oh,
not expect it at all.
this was basically my speechlessness was pretty much the reaction on when watching it. To be fair, because
Yeah,
Tiffany Stratton's I mean, her run's a Money in the Bank cash in, and historically, a Money in the Bank cash in run is just a flash in
yeah,
the pan usually, like Damian Priest, for
yeah.
example. CM Punk.
I mean, yeah. I mean, don't get me
first
wrong.
one, sorry, CM Punk's first title ring. Remember,
Yeah.
he won the title. He didn't even compete in the match where he lost it.
No, yeah. When he was that the one where he cashed in on Edge after Batista beat Edge down.
Yes, and then he lost it
Yeah,
in the scramble match because Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes beat him up backstage.
yeah, yeah. Like, don't get me wrong. This is a
It's a
big
lengthy
take.
run from
It's
a Money in the Bank.
and it's another huge name, like she was saying in the promo. Nia Jax, Trish Stratus, Charlotte Flair.
Yeah,
Like the people she's beating are huge names, which
she's got a
absolutely
clean
fair
win at
play.
Mania, and
Yeah,
you know
absolutely.
what I mean?
And Tiffany Stratton is a very good champion, and I don't
Yes.
like. I'm not going to spit my dummy out and say this shouldn't have happened. Blah blah
No,
blah.
no, I'm saying more of it. It's surprising because she's won the title by Money in the Bank. It's surprising that it's gone this
Yeah,
long.
I think what I would do out of this personally, I'd have Jade win the Rumble.
Yeah,
And then at Mania, I'd have Naomi keep her title at Mania, and then at Mania, that's where we get the triple threat.
yeah,
That's where I think this would be perfect going. Obviously,
yeah.
they've probably got plans, etc. But I wouldn't be surprised if that is the plan. But very cool match and shocking result. Drew McIntyre, Logan Paul versus Randy Orton, Jelly Roll. Jelly Roll took a fucking beating.
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
He put the effort in. He's clearly a fan. I don't mind these celebrity matches when the celebrity tries. Do you know what I mean?
Like Jelly Roll, Logan Paul, and Bad Bunny are the positive celebrity involvements. Then you for and to be fair, Stephen Amell was great as well. When
I was about to say,
yeah,
but no, he took a huge fucking splash. He took that Claymore looked like it fucking connected.
yeah.
And
he lost over £200 for the fucker, which is amazing.
Absolutely.
Like we were on about it, and I was saying, he's lost a load. You said £100 or I said £100 or whatever. We thought it was about that number, and like you were saying too, he said the reason he's lost so much weight is because he wanted to wrestle. So fair play to him, man. He's like £200 is a hell of a lot to lose. That's more than a cruiserweight.
I was so about to say,
I was
about to say he lost the entire cruiserweight classic, which so did WWE. So that's why that's perfect. But fair play to Jelly Roll, man.
And it was a very good, entertaining match as well, and that's the main thing.
Oh, absolutely.
Kudos.
Oh no, fourth longest match of SummerSlam, that one.
Wow.
No, fifth. Sorry, fifth, but still. Main event.
Yeah.
Punk versus Gunther, man. I will. You know me, right?
I like Punk. I love that.
I like Punk.
Yeah.
I'm not one of these because a lot of Punk fans are Punk fans.
I know what you mean.
They bleed.
See, CM Punk's one of my all-time favorites, but I'm not that level. Do you know what I mean? I don't.
Yeah. I like Punk.
I'm not watching wrestling because Punk started it.
No, I don't dislike Punk. I'm happy Punk got that title.
Yeah.
I just, I'm like, there's other people I prefer, different.
Yeah, fair enough.
I've not been clamoring for the Punk World title. The story to get there has been wonderful. What a match, though.
Yeah, I know.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
I
love the finish where he'd recognised that he'd already recognised that Gunther's takes more than a normal finisher. He's just like, I'm not even going to attempt to pin after this first one. He's getting second. Two GTS in a row.
What I did like about the finish is that it's becoming almost a trope in a good way that when Gunther sees his own blood, he panics, and that's when you go in because he's that busy. Like, holy shit, they've actually that's twice now that he's I think last time he bled like this, he only just won. Yeah, like it was a panic thing, but as soon as he bled, I can't remember for the life of me who was against, but they went at him because that was it, and that's exactly what happened here. Gunther's got his own blood, and that's the he couldn't believe it, so Punk went for it, and I think that's really cool. I think having that as for Gunther is perfect in long term if they keep it up and don't overdo it. Kind of like how Cena's the only one who keeps up with the trope, if you headbutt a Samoan, you're the one hurt. Yeah, Cena's the only person to do that now.
Do you know what I loved from this match as well? Did you see the spot where they did what the original ending to the Montreal Screwjob was supposed to be? I did. It's like, oh man, Bret Hart's going to be like erect somewhere.
I did.
That's exactly what it felt like. It's like, sharpshooter, and he's rolled in. Yes. That's what Bret wanted that match. He wanted that match to win.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm amazed because Punk took a lot of fucking bumps.
Yeah,
a lot of bumps in this one, and I mean this in the nicest way possible, and I don't mean it disrespectful. But I'm genuinely amazed his body held out.
Yeah,
I'm glad it did.
Yeah, same. Yeah. And obviously, he was on Raw the next night and involved in the main event angle and stuff like that. So so obviously he's not injured or he's hiding it well if he is.
Yeah, but I think really, really, I can't get over how well they book Gunther even when he loses, and I mean that in a good way.
He was booked like a juggernaut.
Yeah, he is this dominant force, right? How many times have they tried this with other people and not booked it as well? People like Omos when he first came in. And, we've always had a couple of giants who was like, oh, they're unbeatable, and then they give up on him, and all of a sudden they're very beatable. But Gunther, even though this is his fourth title loss or title reign?
In total, He had the UK Intercontinental and 2 world titles, which is a hell of a resume, really, to go from that to the. Do you know what I mean?
Well, that 80%
of his career. Yeah.
And when you've been in WWE since January of 2019 and 80% of your time since then has been spent as a champion, that is fucking crazy.
And not just any type of champion, a dominant champion every time.
Yeah, he's not. He wasn't running around with a 24/7.
No,
which would have been hysterical, by the way.
Yeah. He should find the trash can with it in later on. And,
they introduced the 24/7 title. You have 5 of these like goofy Crash Holly-esque things.
Gunther holds it, everyone.
Then never loses it for like 10 years. No one even tries anymore. No one tries to roll him up.
Apart from R-Truth every now and again, like out of nowhere, and just fails miserably.
It's like when you watch NXT and out of nowhere, Sol Ruka's walking around with the WWE Speed title, and it's never addressed. It's just there. That's just him with the 24/7 title.
Yes.
But then, as 2 go to sleeps, first one doesn't put Gunther down. Second one does. CM Punk is the champion. They held off on Seth's music for a while.
Yeah. They did that whole. I liked how they did the tease of the announcers doing, Seth reminded him that he can cash in. He's got
Seth came out on his crutches, had him shouting, enjoy it while you can. I've got till June. The
announcers playing up onto that.
Yeah, the announcers didn't pop when Seth's music hit. It very much felt like this was WWE going, oh no, we know he's injured, but this is the long term thing. And then
no, it's not.
Do you know what? I love the fact that he waited until they burn it down to drop them.
Yeah,
like even in a shithousery moment, Seth Rollins has to do it with flair.
Yeah,
not Charlotte.
Becky would not be happy with that statement.
No, she wouldn't. Jesus Christ! After she watched to Nikki Bella, I was just going to say Charlotte. Seth cashes in. Seth is the new champion, which is someone we've said multiple times doesn't need a title.
Yeah. But we're always happy to see him with the title.
Yeah, exactly. But it doesn't mean he shouldn't be. I think this is brilliant because it's the classic wrestling mindset, isn't it? Of the money's in the babyface chasing.
And it automatically vindicates the entire Paul Heyman alliance.
Exactly. Even more breaking news. We actually have an official name for the fucking stable.
Oh, the Vision.
Yeah, it's official. They actually have a title.
I know, yeah. I thought they were going to call it like the Revolution or something like that because it's a revolutionary. Instead, he went for the Visionary.
Yeah, but it works. It works. I think we're probably going to get a chunk of time where we've got Seth as world champ, Braun Bronson as tag champs. I think someone like Seth Rollins leading a stable like that, to have them all there in the gold.
Yeah. Would you put someone else as their fourth?
I would love it if.
I think Cross would be a great addition if he was still there.
I think Cross is more of a leader. What I'd love is Finn to kick Dom out of the Judgment Day. Finn to have a title match against Dom where everyone thinks Finn's going to win this, and then the Vision help Dom and bring him into the fold. Because then you're hyping that, going back to the thing of, well, you hate your dad. Remember when I took his eye out?
Yeah.
And they've got that history.
And Seth brought in Bronson because of the respect from them having the match. Dom's first match was against Seth. Done.
Exactly. Exactly.
Well, I think this is as good a point because that's the end of night one. I think this is as good a point as any to have a very quick break and then dig into night 2. So
absolutely.
So I say quick break. I'm announcing it and stuff, but it's basically going to be like a second due to the magic of video editing. But yeah,
unless we make an advert and hype ourselves.
Yeah, we can't be bothered.